began my point. We have animals in here, and so we're releasing them. This is a greenhouse, and we're releasing the greenhouse. Creating a river. Down the river, down the river, down the river. We're colonizing Venus. Next up is Mars.
It would be a worthwhile expense. However, he quickly realized that he couldn't. The cheapest US-made rockets was $65 million a pop, and he would need 2 of them. Russian-made ones would have been much cheaper at $20 million each, but with 1960s technology and questionable reliability, the Soviet offerings were also out. It quickly became apparent that people weren't going to Mars not because they didn't want to, but because it was just too expensive. Nobody is standing in line to send $130 million into space with no scope for a return. So the mission to Mars became more about improving rocket technology, making it more efficient and cost-effective than simply getting to the destination. Okay, the end goal is to get people to the destination and hopefully be able to get back too. But progression in rocket technology is now at the core of
now we
what
have red
SpaceX
sand,
does,
but
and
water's
is
a
the backbone to
problem.
what they can potentially
They only have
achieve.
water in this
Assuming
animal
all goes
house.
to plan, Musk believes that the first SpaceX rocket could be heading for Mars as soon as 2022, and a permanent, self-sustaining city could take shape as early as 2050. Here's how it's going down, and what the future plans are for this once unimaginable quest. Everything that SpaceX has done to date has very much been paving the road to Mars.
Since their Mars mission has been postponed. Well, actually, next up is the moon, because, we know the moon so well. Just went to Venus, and so we figured we fixed the atmosphere, because, it's 2040. Well, actually, we already did colonize Mars a tiny bit, but now animals are the next thing up. Actually, it is 2044 right now. And now we have to send animal life in 2046.
Countless satellite launches, mock tests, and rocket technology developments have instilled confidence in Musk's ability to deliver his vision. 2020 will be the year of testing and funding, with 3 launches completed already this year and more than 36 in the pipeline. I think saying that SpaceX are perfecting their craft would be a real understatement. 24 of the 35 launches intend to carry 60 Starlink internet satellites, which will form SpaceX's super-fast broadband service. The internet venture
I got 2 animals here.
is set
My
to
cat
bring
and
in
my
around
dog.
$22 billion in profits yearly
Please.
by 2025. Who needs investors when you can sell the world's most sought-after commodity, Wi-Fi? 2020
Wi-Fi. Or you can sell your Wi-Fi. Now, water's a bigger problem on this planet because,
see SpaceX sending out its first manned rocket, which could launch as early as May. 2021 will see SpaceX flagship rocket, the Starship.
Actually, we did colonize Earth in 2026. Cause there's strange, a weird glowing stone. We're gonna call it glowstone. Ooh. Now, all of these monsters are free. No, humans, at least. And so colonizing this planet might be hard, but we've completed step 1. We have 14 life forms. Now plants are the next big thing. Sand is some eligible soil. So, except these banana trees they're tinier. They live much shorter than regular banana trees. They're much shorter than banana trees. Well, banana tree lived about 40 years before dying. This one only was 20. Yeah, that's the banana tree species it comes
its
from.
very first commercial flight. The Starship will be the first ever fully reusable rocket and will be able to bring things into space, be it people, satellites, or Mars rovers, and bring them back too. The Starship will also lay the foundation for Musk's plans to replace traditional airplane travel with rocket travel. He says that with the use of reusable launchers and passenger rockets, you can fly anywhere in the world.
Now, my mission is to have 16 species. That's 15, 16, I meant 20. 17, 18, 19, 20. 22 actually, no, we're going 22. You could do this ticket.
In around 30 minutes for the price of a regular economy plane ticket. 2022 will be the absolute earliest year that SpaceX reaches Mars. Every 2 years, Earth and Mars align at their closest point, so it's naturally the best time for a launch. Musk has suggested that in 2022, he would like to send at least 2 unmanned ships to the Red Planet, carrying up to 100 tons of power, mining, and life support infrastructure for future flights. The likelihood of these flights going ahead are slim, but with Musk, you really do never know. 2023 is when SpaceX has sketched in its most solid date in their diary. This is when they plan on sending Japanese billionaire Yusaku Maezawa along with 6 to 8 other accompanying artists on a trip around the moon and back. This will be SpaceX's first commercial passenger flight, and its success would fare well with cautious onlookers who question the place of rocket technology in passenger travel. If the 2022 plans for Mars do not go ahead, which is probable, 2024 will be the next time the 2 planets align, so will be the ideal moment for a second attempt at sending the first Mars-bound shuttles of cargo. If SpaceX manages to send the 2 ships successfully to Mars, Musk says that the next steps will all point towards a fully manned mission. The interplanetary pioneers would be tasked with setting up a propellant production plant where they would make rocket fuel by combining Martian ice water and carbon dioxide to create methane and liquid oxygen,
actual
rocket
22 species.
Being able to create this fuel on Mars would be vital, as it would be their only guaranteed ticket home. Musk has said that the first visit will be by no means a leisurely one, and any future ventures to Mars rely on its success. 2025 is the earliest year that Musk believes his Mars colony could really start to take shape. The lead Mars development engineer for SpaceX explained that subsequent launches following the very first would build on what's already there. With every new Mars landing, growth and expansion will be the underlying goal. He says that the idea would be rapid expansion. Start with a village, then a town, growing into a city, and then hopefully one day, multiple cities. The city centers would house habitats, greenhouses, and life support infrastructure to serve surrounding suburbs. With 2026 being the third alignment, this year will most likely see more ships being sent to Mars than ever before. What's gone up in the years prior will test the waters, and if it seems legitimately viable, which Musk believes it will be, 2026 will see the Mars city really establish itself.
You might not be able to give your country all your time, but you can give your all in the time you have. Full-time, part-time, in or out of uniform. All we need is the best you've got.
Now, so many species exist to change this planet.
2026 sees